just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, according to a prediction made by investment firm Morgan Stanley, Elon Musk could become the world's first trillionaire. You know why?
Why?
Because of SpaceX.
Oh.
Yes, thank God we invested in that, right?
Mm-hmm.
SpaceX was founded in 2002. They wanted to send humans to Mars while bringing down the cost of space travel. And that alone right now is, they're saying Tesla's net worth is about $850 billion, which is almost 30 times the $30 billion worth of SpaceX. But they are predicting that SpaceX will help make him the first trillionaire.
And I'm surprised with Tesla. I'm surprised that the as a new car manufacturer that it was able to come out and people were able to feel comfortable enough to buy it and support it and purchase it. That's very surprising.
There's no telling what emoji he gonna send to Jeff Bezos if he hits that $1 trillion mark. He'll probably get Kanye West and one of Kanye West's writers to write him some bars to spit at Jeff Bezos if he hit that $1 trillion mark.
Well, SpaceX is still privately traded, so once that goes public, you can imagine. And I was also looking at Pinterest, right? You see PayPal is discussing a $45 billion acquisition of Pinterest. I love Pinterest. So I use it all the time.
$1 trillion. What you supposed to do with $1 trillion?
Where's all this money coming from, though? Where is this money? Like, everybody seems like they're just spending money, but like it's just.
Well, it's because they're making money.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious, cars are overpriced, houses are overpriced.
But if you guys are thinking about jumping into the stock market, pay attention to everything that's going on right now. So I did the pre-IPO for Pinterest also. So. Mm-hmm. All right, now Eboni K. Williams is talking about the Real Housewives reunion that's not happening. TMZ caught up with her, and here's what she had to say.
I am. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. I feel like not having a reunion was a missed opportunity. Every city of every season of every Housewives show has had one, and I don't think there's any reason why New York season 13 should not have had one. That said, all it means is there's more unfinished business to pursue for season 14, and I'm here for it. I mean, we're all adults, right? And so I think the opportunity to discuss what happened, what transpired, is essential to the authentication of season 13.
Am I wrong, or did they say the ratings were so bad that's why they didn't do a reunion show?
That's nonsense, though.
I mean, there's all kinds of rumors flying around about why.
Yeah, because, I mean, honestly, the producers of Real Housewives of New York need to thank Eboni K. Williams, because if it wasn't for her, what would they have been talking about from that season this year?
Well, what do they ever talk about on?
They talk about a lot from Real Housewives of New York. That's not the first time I've heard of that show before, Eboni, but I'm talking about this particular season. All people could talk about was Eboni K. Williams, so they need to thank her for the attention she brought to that show. And it's weird because they're the one, I actually told Andy Cohen this yesterday, they're the ones, because I did his podcast, our radio show, they're the ones that were filming her. So being that they were filming her, they were the ones producing it and editing it, so they were the ones putting out that footage that I guess got
the
people
rhetoric.
talking.
Yeah,
so they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, but I think they thought it was going to be, I think they thought it was going to be good. But it was just too redundant, and it just made everything was bad. That whole season was just bad.
Well, it kept people talking.
It did.
And that social media conversation matters in this era.
Well, they spoke to me about Real Housewives of New York.
You was going to do it?
No.
Oh.
But we had a whole conversation about it because I'm friends with Leah McSweeney, and she's on the show. So they were trying to bring a black person on, basically, because I told them, I said, I don't feel like this is representative of what New York is like. If you think of New York, you don't think of the cast of Real Housewives of New York.
Not at all.
And so we had a whole conversation about that, but it just, I don't know.
Is New York one thing? No, New York, one of the most diverse places in the
country.
country.
Right, but that show is not diverse. That was my point before this last season. They just added.
I mean, when I say diverse, I mean it's different groups in New York. So it's not even like it got to be a group of friends that are all diverse hanging out together. Like you got, rich white people, you got black people, you got Latinos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they were trying to make it diverse. They were trying to,
They were trying to represent more of what New York is
yeah.
like instead of one little tiny bubble, I guess is what it is. And then I also feel like what they were saying was there was so much happening in New York with the protests and everything going on. How could you even have this in New York and not address any of that? Imagine just their point of view on the show. It just wouldn't be representative. All right, well, that is your Rumor Report.
All right. Now, next hour, don't forget Issa Rae will be joining us in about 15 minutes.
I'm excited for that.
Big Boss Ray.